Still, one was asking me a question. According to the labor law, who pays for the what you call the flight tickets? Yes, when you look at the controversial information that has been on with what you call who bears the cost of the flight ticket to and from your country, to here, there are situations that definitely we need to understand. Thank you so much for coming back. Yes, it's always Mex from the Mexcreationtv, trying to give you a guide living and working in Qatar. Yes, still one was asking me a question. According to the labor law, who pays for the what you call the flight tickets? Yes, when you look at the controversial information that has been on with what you call who bears the cost of the flight ticket to and from your country, to here, there are situations that definitely we need to understand, and those situations that we need to divide equally, and we understand under each situation what will be my entitlement, what will be the entitlement of what we call the sponsor himself. Yes, in this video I'm going to break you down most of these things that definitely should understand according to the labor law. But however, something that you need to understand, by the way, is it your first time for you to come across Mex? Don't hesitate, give him a subscribe button and also follow his TikTok account and YouTube. Like, share. That is how I'll be motivated to make more videos. Yes, when you look at under Qatar labor law, responsibility for covering what you call the flight tickets, particularly when you look at what you call repatriation, it is clearly with the employer. The employer has to do the repatriation process. However, something that you need to understand, there are key points that definitely I need you to understand. There are small things that definitely you should understand as an individual. There's what we call a return ticket upon termination. Yes, under Article 57 of Qatar labor law mandates that after termination or after an expiry of what you call an employment contract, the employer must bear the cost of returning the worker or the employee to his place of recruitment or another agreed locations between them or them. This repatriation, this returning you back to your country, must be completed within what you call 2 weeks of what you call the contract ending. If the employer does not do so, if the sponsor does not do so, then the issue can be handled by what you call the labor department. 2, let us try to look at situations when the employee secures a new employment. Yes, if the employee finds a new job in Qatar before departing, the application to cover return ticket shifts from the old employer to the new employer in that regard. So meaning that at that time the old employer has no right of what you call repatriation process. It becomes shifts to what we call the new. Let us try to look at what we call general repatriation and entitlements. Yes, external sources confirm that non-Qatari nationals are entitled to the cost of repatriation flight ticket under what we call the Qatar employment regulations. Yes, further, summaries reinforcement that a return ticket must be provided if a foreign worker is unable to obtain a work visa within what you call the 90 days of what you call the termination. Yes, that's what you should understand, that you can still, your employer can still give you what you call a flight ticket in case you fail to get what you call an employment between 90 days. However, something that you need to understand, yeah, after termination, for example, let me give you after termination, most of you, after you exiting the grace period, which is 30 days, you found yourself that if you don't exit by that time, then if you don't go to your employer, your sponsor, to get a flight ticket to go out of your country in that regard, yes, most of the times these employers have tried to file absconding cases against you because they want to relieve themselves of what we call the responsibilities. So normally, that's what definitely should understand. However, something that definitely should understand, that in Qatar, employers are responsible for paying what you call the workers' flight return tickets. When employment contract ends, including repatriation costs, unless when we are talking about the worker secures another job, in which the case the new employer takes over the obligation. Let me know, in this case, what do you want and what exactly have you benefited from the video, and definitely that's what I have to let you know when it regards to what you call the repatriation tickets. Thank you so much very much.